guys, this is Shen.
And I'm Siri.
This is Susie.
And welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Before we start, please subscribe to this channel. Our case today is about Anneliese Michel. Born as Anna Elizabeth Michel on 21st September 1952 in Leibelfing, Bavaria, West Germany, to a Roman Catholic family. Michel was brought up along with three sisters by her parents, Joseph and Anna. She was religious and went to Mass twice a week. When she was 16, she suffered a severe convulsion and was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy. In 1973, Michel graduated and joined the University of Würzburg. Her classmates later described her as withdrawn and very religious.
She was a religious, not so.
Underlying trauma.
In June 1970, Michel suffered a third seizure at the psychiatric hospital where she had been staying. She was prescribed anticonvulsion drugs for the first time, which did not alleviate the problem. She began describing seeing devil faces at various times of the day. That same month, she was prescribed another drug which was used in the treatment of various psychoses, including schizophrenia, disturbed behavior, and delusions. By 1973, she suffered from depression and began hallucinating while praying and complained about hearing voices telling her that she was damned and would rot in hell.
She's hearing ghosts or demons or something.
That's what you get for being super religious.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the punishment for being super religious.
They're like, look, man,
This is the punishment for going to Mass twice a week.
twice a week? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Obsessed much, Anneliese?
This is how God deals with stalkers.
Michel's treatment in a psychiatric hospital did not improve her health and her depression worsened. Long-term treatment did not help her either, and she grew increasingly frustrated with the medical intervention. Taking psychosis medications for 5 years, Michel became intolerant of Christian sacred places and objects such as the crucifix.
Oh, suddenly she can't stand them anymore?
He's catching wind to the problem.
Why did the sentencing sound like the medication led to her being intolerant of Christian objects?
I don't know, because religion is the best, so definitely it's the medicine's problem.
No, that means the medicine's working, guys.
She's just like, wait a minute. 2 days for weeks? What the hell?
That the medicine's wrong. The doctors are at fault. Michel went to San Damiano with a family friend who regularly organized Christian pilgrimages. Her escort concluded that she was suffering from demonic possession because she was unable to walk past a crucifix and refused to drink the water of a Christian holy spring.
Maybe Anna turned vegan and then she can't drink the water because that's Jesus's blood.
Lesson learned, everybody. Vegans can't be Christians.
How to offend two groups at once. How many wafers constitutes one Jesus?
A world worth a Sunday's worth.
Damn. She was eating like 2 pieces of Jesus a week.
See, that's crossing the line. Everyone gets 1 piece of cheese a week. That's where the demons got angry. They're like, hold on, you can't have 2 Jesuses a week.
She can't have more.
This greedy.
Michel and her family, as well as her community, became convinced and consulted several priests asking for an exorcism. The priests declined, recommended the continuation of medical treatment, and informed the family that exorcisms required the bishop's permission. See, even priests agree that go to a doctor. In the Catholic Church, official approval of an exorcism is given when the person strictly meets the set criteria. Then they are considered to be suffering from possession and under demonic control. Intense dislike for religious objects and supernatural powers are some of the first indications. Michel worsened physically and displayed aggression, self-injury, drank her own urine, and ate insects. In November 1973, Michel started her treatment with an anti-seizure drug and mood stabilizer. She was prescribed antipsychotic drugs during the course of the religious rites and took them frequently. Despite taking these neuroleptic medications, Michel's symptoms worsened and she began to manifest growling, seeing demons, and throwing things.
She's taking both of those things. She's doing the religious thingy, plus she's on medication.
Yeah, I guess.
But I also think that this just bunch of antipsychotic drugs isn't a good cocktail to take.
Michel's parents decided to go see Priest Ernest Elk. On seeing her, declared that she didn't look like an epileptic and that he did not see her having seizures. Elk believed she was suffering from demonic possession and urged the local bishop to allow an exorcism. In a letter to Elk in 1975, Michel wrote, "I'm nothing. Everything about me is vanity. What should I do? I have to improve. You pray for me." And also once told him, "I want to suffer for other people, but this is so cruel." In September of the same year, Bishop Joseph Stango granted the priest Arnold Renz permission to exercise according to the Ritual Romanum of 1614, but ordered total secrecy. Renz performed the first session on 24th September. Michel began talking increasingly about dying to atone for the wayward youth of the day and the apostate feet of the modern church, and she refused to eat. At this point, her parents stopped consulting doctors on her request and relied solely on the exorcism rite. 67 exorcism sessions, 1 or 2 each week, lasting up to 4 hours, were performed over about 10 months from 1975 to 1976.
67 exorcisms. What? Like what?
And they stopped seeing the doctors because she requested it. Oh my god, you're gonna let the sick person decide whether she should stop their medications or not.
The way she said it, she wanted to atone for the youth or their sins or something. Is she trying to be Jesus?
Yep.
She's trying to be Jesus?
Sounds like it.
I always thought like one exorcism was it, like just done.
No.
No? Oh, the movies.
It's like when you have an extra stubborn stain and you gotta wash it a few times.
You've destroyed the cloth now.
That's a very apt analogy.
Extra dramatic, demon.
On July 1st, 1976, Michel died in her room.
The end. I mean, if that ain't the end, I don't know what is.
The autopsy report stated the cause was malnutrition and dehydration due to being in a semi-starvation state for almost a year while the rites of exorcism were done. She weighed 30 kilograms, which is 68 pounds, suffering broken knees due to continuous genuflection, which is kneeling down to pray.
Broken knees from praying too hard.
Yeah. She was unable to move without assistance and was reported to have contracted pneumonia. After an investigation, the state prosecutor maintained that Michel's death could have been prevented even 1 week before she died.
She wasn't fed.
Did she used to be an adventurer like other people?
Then she took a genuflection to the knee.
To the knee. I used to be an adventurer like you before I genuflected in my knees.
Genuflexing. She genuflexed too hard.
I was genuflexing too hard. Bro, do you even genuflex? I genuflexed so hard I broke my knees.
I'm sorry. In 1976, the state charged Michel's parents and priest Ernest Hall and Arnold Renz with negligent homicide. Her parents were defended by Eric Smith Letron. Their lawyers were sponsored by the church. The state recommended that no involved parties be jailed. Instead, the recommended sentence for the priest was a fine, while the prosecution concluded that the parents should be exempt from punishment as they had suffered enough, which is a criterion in German penal law.
They just got away with murdering a child.
The trial started on 30th March 1978 in the district court and drew intense interest. Before the court, doctors testified that Michelle was not possessed, stating that this was a psychological effect because of her strict religious upbringing and her epilepsy. But the doctor Richard Roth, who was asked for medical help by Alt, allegedly told her during the exorcism that there is no injection against the devil, Anneliese.
I don't get it. So Alt asked for help from the doctor, but then advised Anneliese that there's no injection possible for devil possession.
Yeah.
Why the heck did he bring the doctor in? To rub it in his face?
Like, yeah, you see, doctor, you can't fix this.
Or it's like, look, the doctor agrees. It's the devil himself.
So the doctor was an idiot, no?
Smith Leitner said that the exorcism was legal and that the German constitution protected citizens in the unrestricted exercise of their religious beliefs. The defense laid tapes recorded at the exorcism sessions, sometimes featuring what was claimed to be demons arguing, to assert their claim that Michelle was possessed. Both priests said the demons identified themselves as Lucifer, Cain, Judas Iscariot, Belial, Legion, Hitler, and Nero, among others.
Mussolini.
They further said that she was finally freed because of the exorcism just before her death.
Yeah, I don't think Star Wars was out yet. 1950s, right? The 90s. Otherwise, they would have listed Vader.
The bishop said that he was not aware of her alarming health condition when he approved the exorcism and did not testify. The accused were found guilty of manslaughter resulting from negligence and were sentenced to 6 months in jail, which was later suspended, and 3 years of probation. It was a far lighter sentence than anticipated, but it was more than requested by the defense, who had asked the priests only to be fined and that the parents be found guilty but not punished. The church approving such an old-fashioned exorcism rite drew public and media attention.
You know how you said exorcism was completely legal? Like, I think that was one of the priest's defense, that exorcism was legal, their right to exercise their beliefs or something. Yeah. Do you think that's still the case? Is exorcism legal? Like, what if it causes a death? I don't think they're getting away with this in this time.
No. As in, I think they were using it as a defense, saying it's not explicitly illegal, therefore it can't be wrong. Now it might be explicitly illegal.
Yeah.
I don't think it's illegal at all even now.
Still, they tortured her for like a year.
Still, I know, but I still don't, because there are a lot of religious nutcases out there.
That's true.
After the trial, the parents asked the authorities for permission to exhume the remains of their daughter. The official reason presented by the parents to authorities was that Michelle had been buried in undue hurry in a cheap coffin. Almost 2 years after the burial, on 25th February 1978, her remains were replaced in a new oak coffin lined with tin. The official reports state that the body bore signs of consistent deterioration. The accused exorcists were discouraged from seeing the remains of Michelle. Arnold Renz later stated that he had been prevented from entering the mortuary. Her grave became and remains as a pilgrimage site.
Who the hell is
Visiting her grave.
as a religious thing as well?
I think people thought that she did a great thing for all of humanity
And died for their sins.
Oh yeah.
Jesus 2.0.
and bearing the soul of Hitler.
Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah, I get it why they're paying pilgrimage. She got rid of Hitler.
Or people were like, this is the second coming of Hitler. Let's go worship his grave.
There could be two sides. The number of officially sanctioned exorcisms decreased in Germany due to this case. In spite of Pope Benedict XVI's support for wider use of it, compared to Pope John Paul II, who in 1999 made the rules stricter, involving only rare cases. On 6th June 2013, a fire broke out in the house where Anneliese Michel lived. And although the local police said it was a case of arson, some locals attributed it to the exorcism case.
What?
Several films are based on her story, among them the 2005 film The Exorcism of Emily Rose and the award-winning 2006 film Rakim, as well as the 2011 film Anneliese, The Exorcist State.
It won an award?
One of the films won an award.
The Emily Rose one?
No, it's called Rakim. I think it's in different language. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing it right.
Requiem.
Requiem? Is it Requiem?
I have no idea.
The punishment should have been harsher.
Definitely.
The priest should have gone to jail.
The priests, the parents, especially the parents, because they literally neglected their kid.
Not just the parents. I think the local church should have been held responsible to some degree.
Wait, so the priest paid a fine? What did the parents get? I'm sorry?
They got jail time, but that was
Did they get jail time?
suspended. That they
So they didn't get anything.
doesn't seem like that. No,
Yeah.
I think they had to go through the 3 years probation.
But here's the thing. They're stupid for sure, but they were also religious. Which is, the point I'm trying to make is that they were negligent due to religion. I feel like the church needs to be, held responsible to some degree.
What about they did seek help from doctors though? It just didn't work, I suppose. And then the priest was the second option. And then the priest just pretty much brainwashed them like it's definitely possession, it's not schizophrenia, forget about that. And then the parents just completely,
Yeah, they were dumb enough to actually believe the kid.
I feel like the second priest they consulted with urged them more.
Yeah, true. She wasn't being qualified for exorcism, was she? And then she was working with the doctors and having cocktail of medicines, and then they asked for help from Ernesto, and then Ernesto was like, yeah, this is straight up exorcism, stop feeding her medicines, I'ma get the approval right away. And he literally expedited the whole process, everybody approved for some reason, and then Q67 exorcism.
Yeah.
To be honest, I do think that her parents are at fault, like majorly at fault, because they decided to stop the medicine when she asked that she doesn't want to take medicine. You can't do that. You can't listen to a sick person what they're saying.
Yeah, agreed.
I blame the priests more.
Yeah, I kind of blame the church more for brainwashing.
Because the parents were like, they had a sick child and they've been trying stuff, nothing's been working, they're just exhausted, frustrated. They would accept like any help, I think, and this is the worst kind.
Yeah.
I guess that's also a good point.
I mean, not to diminish the fact that they were stupid.
Very stupid.
Thank you so much for watching and listening to this video, and thank you Susie for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
If you like this drawing and you want to see the finished piece, please check out my Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below which true crime or supernatural case you would like to see next, or if you have a story of your own you would like to share, you can send them to me to my email or my Instagram.
Or on our subreddit, all the links will be in the description down below. Subscribe for more videos like this, and if you're already subscribed, please click the bell to be notified in the future.
Thank you, bye!
See ya!
Bye.